Hey guys, welcome to HKC 217 podcast powered by All Seasons Energy. And in today's episode, we're going to be going over the third round of the MotoGP, which was held in Texas, America. And we're also going to be going over the Freetech round 1, where we're going to be focusing on the junior riders of the Junior British Talent Cup.
Well, the Freetech Junior.
Freetech Junior Talent Cup, sorry, I got my words wrong. And then we're going to be going over the MotoGP Fantasy League as well.
So, welcome back. So, we're trying to keep up a little bit of consistency here on smashing out some podcasts whenever we can. Trying to do one every week.
Massive thanks to A&B Interiors Projects who've
sponsored this episode. Yes, we did actually miss that. So, yeah.
We did miss that, yeah.
A&B Interior Projects, one of Hudson's original sponsors. So, they're on Hudson's gloves. I believe one of Hudson's original leather sponsors as well. So massive thanks to A&B Interior Projects, who are experts in all building contracts. And thank you to Zeph and Carl from A&B Interior Projects. So as we roll in, as we sneak in that sponsorship one, we're going to go through, firstly, what we've actually been up to last week. So again, trying to get things on board, what we've done. And we're going to touch on the Freetech Junior Talent Cup and the Freetech Endurance round that started coincidentally at Teesside 1 week after we'd been to Teesside. So we went to Teesside again on Saturday after just being there the week before to go and support for Arne. Who else was there? Tyler was there. Unfortunately, Joe was poorly, so Joe wasn't able to take part on that weekend. But yeah, we went to have a look at the new Freetech Junior Talent Cup. As well as that, we went to watch some of the other races that is at the Freetech round as well, which was an eye-opener, let's say the least, but really good actually.
Very manic.
It's super, super busy.
Yeah, very busy.
Paddock was absolutely chock-a-block. So we'll go into the Freetech Junior Talent Cup and we'll bring up the stats straight away to do with that. So the format for most races, apart from the endurance race at the Freetech Talent Cup, is Heat 1, Heat 2 and a final. So the final, I believe, is double points. It certainly is in the Junior Talent Cup because we can see the stats for that. There was 4 different classes of racing to do with that. So there was Freetech Sprint Group, there was twins up to 500cc, so they were the bigger bikes.
They were crazy, them. So they opened up the full back straight, and like they went right down to South Bank Corner, and they were crazy the speed that they were reaching.
And they had singles Heat 1, so we knew a few people in a few of these races, but we shall rewind. Oh, I hope I didn't close that. So we'll rewind to Heat 1. Shall I move that across to here now? Will that be better?
Yeah, it'll be better for me.
Yeah, so we'll move that across to there. So Heat 1 in the Freetech Talent Cup. We'll start with the grid from qualifying. So qualifying, it was Lake and Payne, Arne Carr, Ruby Booth, Reese Lennox, Hayden West, Austin Greenway, Tyler Humphreys, riding that bike for the first time, George Isaacson, Samuel Calvin and Jordan Thomas. So Tyler kind of like wildcarded that round as well. So his first time on that bike was on the Friday. So he did well, qualifying 7th on that. So we'll go to the results of race 1, and also we've got a little bit of information to do with that. So Heat 1 and qualifying in the morning, and we got there for qualifying in the morning, was wet. It certainly was wet for qualifying.
Yeah, very wet.
It was still wet for Heat 1, weren't it?
Still wet for Heat 1.
Arne got a great start, and Laken took Arne on the back straight, so Arne rocketed off the line, and as they come back into view on the back straight, Laken had already took Arne back on the back straight. Laken he did really well in the wet, to be fair. It was the first solid result for Arne, because that was, I believe his dad said that was the first time that Arne had rode it wet.
On that bike.
On that bike, I think, yeah. So Arne did really well. Laken come out in first, and a solid result for Tyler, who finished in 5th position in that race. So in first position, we'll do it in reverse order. So in third position was Reese Lennox. In second position was
Arnie Carr.
And in first position was Lakin Payne. So Lakin got like a 14-second gap on Arne, and I believe that Reese was 18 seconds behind them. And again, solid result for Tyler on that bike, coming fifth in Heat 1. So we'll roll into Heat 2. And in Heat 2, it was a fantastic race. Another solid start from Arne. Arne's really good at starting on that bike.
Yeah.
Solid start from Arne. He held onto the lead, so he took the lead in the first lap basically. And they come out on the back of the straight again, and I kind of thought, I wonder if Lakin's going to have took him again on the back straight, but Arne came out in front, and he led all the race. Come round a few back markers. I wouldn't say a few dicey. No, there weren't no dicey moments, were there?
No dicey moments. Just came round a few.
A few back markers, like Lakin, kind of closed up on him, got away from him a bit, closed up on him again, got away.
Straight.
Yeah, got away from him again. So it seemed like Arne was stronger. Were Arne stronger on the infield?
Arne was strong. No, it was Lakin that was stronger on the infield, but on the acceleration, Arne were a lot stronger.
So we're around past the start finish, out of sight, and then back again. Really, really good race, and absolutely gutted. A back marker come round, totally not the back marker's fault.
Yeah.
Arne tried to squeeze past, like when we were talking about it after. I think Arne just he was wanting to get through as quick as he could.
Yeah.
Worried about Lakin a little bit behind him, but Lakin were a little bit further behind him than Arne actually thought, and he had a little bit more time, would you say?
Yeah, a little bit more time than he thought. I think Arne thought they were bang behind him.
Yeah, you always try and you know this, Hudson, if there's an opportunity to try and get past, then you can maybe stick a back marker in between you, or mess somebody up on a corner behind you.
And you'd know. If you overtake him, you'd know that stuck him up. You're like, oh, that.
Yeah,
that did him.
It's weird, watching from the side. Obviously, we do watch a lot of racing, watch everybody else racing, but you kind of watching on the track, and you're trying to predict on where people are coming up, and you're like, oh, they're going to meet in a bad bit there, they're going to meet in a good bit. It happens all the time when I'm watching Hudson racing, and it kind of happened watching this racing here, that you're kind of predicting on where people are coming up, and there's bad bits where, not bad bits, let's say, just inconvenient or difficult bits to pass, where it's nigh on impossible to pass, unless you make a bit of a
boop boop.
Well, not a boop boop, but a bit of a crazy move. So anyway, Arne, last lap, we're all getting ready to celebrate on the line, return the favour for Arne, massively celebrating your win, and he just popped out of view, and I'm like, oh, he's come off. And he come off on I don't know, 3 corners from the end, was it? Yeah, 2 corners from end, 3 corners from end.
3 corners from end.
Unfortunately, he couldn't get the bike lifted up, and he couldn't restart it. So that was really gutting for Arne. We were devastated. But on a plus note, he led the race, he managed it well. He got the fastest lap as well.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of probably thought to himself, oh, you know what, I can actually beat Lakin. I don't know if Lakin had been fastest all on Friday or whatever not, but kind of trying to spin positives from it. We're all a little bit gutted for Arne. But it did make up for a dramatic end to the race. So Arne come off, Tyler got pushed up into second, so Tyler were in third position at this point, so Tyler were kicking on this time. Little bit drier, still had the wets on, but it was still damp on the track. And Tyler pushed up into second position, so Tyler got his first Freetech Junior Talent Cup podium finish, let's say.
Yeah.
So that set up for a fantastic final. So the final were double points. Arne, because I think Arne had to start in third position on here because I don't know if he got fifth or he got a DNF on the second heat. So setting up for a great final. Arne again with a superb start from P3 straight into first, led the race, coming under a few waves of pressure from Lakin, but managed the race well, taking the win and the double points final. So in that race 3, and I mean he did manage it quite well. Again, a little bit of waves of pressure. Lakin come up to him towards end again.
Yeah.
I think Arne had a little bit more I wouldn't say
Fire.
a little bit more fire in it. I think he believed he could win. He also we did
Yeah.
actually see him on a couple of occasions, looking back, which some might say don't do that.
Well, I think that benefited him.
That did benefit him, yeah. I do think he had a good look.
Relax a little bit.
Yeah, he seen where Laken were. But again, Laken, I think that were 2 laps to go. And again, I think I said this to Arnie's mum, that Hudson said this to me before, that when a rider, when Hudson's chasing a rider and Hudson sees a rider looking back, sometimes that can give fire to Hudson. I'm coming, I'm following you, and I'm chasing you down. Which it works in both ways, but Hudson takes that as a positive. Yep, I'm here, I'm following you, and I'm chasing you down.
Yeah, I'm here.
And that's why I actually said to Arnie's mum, that could fire on Laken a little bit, thinking that he's under pressure. He's thinking, I'm closer than I am. I'm coming. But yeah, he managed it really well. Took the win, celebrated over the line. Absolutely fantastic. They went straight into a really cool bit that they do at Freetech. So they had a massive Freetech banner, an inflatable banner. The Freetech running guy there, Hudson, coincidentally, Mr. Cool name, Hudson Kenner. I've got his name right this time. He was there on the microphone, and overall over the 3 races, that's what they presented at the end there. So overall in the overall over the 3 races, it was. Let me just pull that up. Overall, it was Tyler in 3rd position, Arnie in 2nd position, and Laken Payne took the overall win in the Freetech Junior Talent Cup opening round.
Yeah.
Really good.
Really good racing to be between Arnie and Laken. Very interesting to see them bikes racing round.
Yeah, it's a shame that Joe weren't there. That were a little bit disappointing, but
yeah,
he were badly.
Joe would have been in.
Joe would have definitely been in the mix there. Yeah. And another thing, a little bit of a caveat there, that Tyler were on a hired bike. He got kind of a bit of a wild card ride there. The bike was not set up for him. Didn't have the smaller fairings on. It was quite a big bike for him. You can kind of lower it down. Arnie's bike is actually quite lower, I believe, than what Tyler's were.
Yeah.
So Tyler not rode that bike ever before, and somebody said it might have been a little bit underpowered, that one. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It were a bit of a stock bike. I think it was a totally stock bike.
Totally, I don't know. Don't ask me.
I don't know what you could actually mod on them, but yeah, I think Tyler would have definitely been in the mix.
But yeah, I were looking at the bike, and me and Tyler were laughing, we were fiddling about exhausting it, we're really wobbly, pegs were all wobbly. It was quite funny because we were his bike's falling apart.
But Tyler he really enjoyed it. So on that 3rd race, Tyler's fastest lap, just talking about Tyler here, so Tyler's fastest lap, he got a 20.7. So you're about a second off of Laken's fastest lap. Laken did have the fastest lap, which was 19.2, 1 minute 19.2, and Arnie's was 1 minute 19.4, and Tyler was 1 minute 20.7. But on the positive side of that, that's fair crack that going, you know what I mean? Not massively off the pace, especially for your second day. That was the second day on the bike. So we'll roll through, and we will touch on the rest of the results there. So we've got, there were 3 other types of races, plus the endurance race to do at the Freetech weekend. So we will cover them races. So in Heat 1 of the sprint race, Max Garsdale come in 3rd position, Simon Churchley come in 2nd position, and Callum Atherton come in 1st position. And in Heat 2 of the sprint race, Stuart Almond come in 3rd position, Simon Churchley come in 2nd position, and Callum Atherton come in 1st position. And in the final, and yet look, they get double points as well.
Yeah.
Simon Churchley come in 3rd position, Will Greenway come in 2nd position, and Callum Atherton come in 1st position. I've not got the overall of all 3 of them. Because it doesn't actually show that on there. So we'll go on to the twins, which was the twins up to 500, twins plus up to 500cc bike. So they had a lot more of an open track.
Yeah.
In 3rd position was Josh Boone, and you can actually see what bike they're on there. A TC1. No. Twin cam. That could be. No idea. That's just a total guess. Joseph Callum in second position on a 500. That's pretty straightforward. And Stuart Kent on the TC1 in Heat 1. We'll go to Heat 2. Josh Boone in third position on a TC1. Stuart Kent in second position on a TC1. And Dave Rendell in first position on a TC1. And we'll go to the final. Thomas Anthony Nichols on a 500. In second position, Graham Eastwood on a 500. And in first position, Dave Rendell on a TC1 in the final of that one. Again, we haven't got the overall results. So we'll go to the singles. So in this one, there were quite a few people, a few people that were new in this one. So there was a...
So does single stand for single cylinder?
Single cylinder, yeah. So this one I had a massive mixed bag of like bikes in there, but some good racing. So in here, Harley were in this one. So anyway, we'll go for the top three. So Reese Lennox, he was in third position. Tim Patterson, who we know is on an Ovale 190.
Yeah.
And Martin Cockayne come in first position. So Martin Cockayne, he used to ride in B&B as well, didn't he? Yeah. Daniel Pearson, he used to ride in B&B as well.
Daniel Pearson.
Yeah, Ginger Gandalf.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie O'Shea, Red Bull Rookies rider, who had Red Bull leathers on.
Yeah.
He's in that one as well. Harley McCabe, he was in that one as well. He come 15th. Yeah. He was like, I don't know what bike that were.
He ran a 125.
No.
Maybe not?
I don't think so. It might have been, I'm not sure. Anyway, pass on that information. So did I read the results out of that one there? I think I did, yeah. Reese Lennox, Tim Patterson, Martin Cockayne. So in the second race, Heat 2, Eddie O'Shea come in third position. Martin Cockayne come in second position. Paul Smith come in first position. I believe that Tim come off in I don't know if he come off in second or third there. I think he's a lap down. Is there a lap down there? He come fourth anyway. And in the final, Charlie Hopkins, Reese Lennox, Martin Cockayne. Just a highlight on that one. Harley McCabe coming sixth. Tim Patterson coming fifth. Harley's done really well to work his way up there, especially like behind Tim on a 190. Because I'm not sure what bike.
Not sure what bike it is, but it looked.
Eddie O'Shea come off on that one. I'm sure he did. Yeah, that's one that Eddie O'Shea.
Yeah, Eddie came off on that.
So and then we'll roll on to and I believe this start like 3 o'clock. This.
Yeah, 3.
So from 3 o'clock until 7 o'clock, they did a Freetech Endurance 125. Well, it's free. It's just a Freetech Endurance race. There's actually different bikes there if you look. So there's actually different classes.
Yeah.
So and again, I've not got the classes if they do prizes individually for classes, but there was 71 riders. 5 didn't start, so they must have had a fault or something.
Yeah.
So we'll just read. In fact, we'll read the top 10 here because they deserve it because they've raced for 4 hours.
Yeah.
So in 10th position, it's Stumpy Thumb Racing on an MT4 CBR. In 9th position, it's
AH Racing on a P125 CBR.
Yes, that's Honda. Did you say 8th position then? Because it's 7th. 8th position, AD Motors on an MT4. In 7th position,
Mooney.
No, Money Motorsport.
Money Motorsport.
You got Mooney on your mind.
Got Mooney. On a STR.
In 6th position, Usually Green Racing on a P125. In 5th position, Knuckleheads on a P125. In 4th position, Cleeds Shed Motorcycles on an MT4. In 3rd position, Breeze on a P125. In 2nd position
is a FSP Endurance
on a
STR.
And the winner overall, and again, apologies for that we don't know if they actually do individual classes like wins, because obviously there's a different type of bikes on there. I don't know if it's all as one, but anyway, the overall winner with 172 laps, racing for 1 hour, 1 minute and 13 seconds with an average speed of 66.46 miles an hour is Team Mechlem. Mechlem? Why would they ever do it? It sounds low, isn't it? The last one has to be a weird name. Mechlem. Mechlem? Mechlem?
Michelin.
Anyway, apologies. So they did 172 laps. In second position, there was 166 laps. So if you look at the standings there, you can actually see that they are actually quite close, like in second position.
Yeah,
they're actually on the same lap, second and third.
They're on the same lap, 6 laps.
So
laps
watching this,
behind.
and like some people would argue that it was carnage.
I loved it. If I could have been
it
in
was
that,
impressive
I'd
to
have
look
been
at, I must
straight in.
admit.
Were amazing. The stars. So what they did, they lined up everyone in the pits. The pits were like
Oh,
absolutely
it was a rolling start, weren't
rolling
it?
start. So they lined everyone up in the pits. It must have took 15 minutes to get everyone in the order. They went round 2 laps and then they waved a green flag. And on the first laps, it was absolute carnage.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, you've seen a bike.
Yeah, I wonder if they stopped like doing them in the
running
the
starts.
Le Mans style, let's say. I wonder if they stopped doing them, because I have seen some carnage videos of that. This seems safer.
Yeah, that seems safer. Like, what happens if someone falls over and gets runs over?
Have you not seen that video of on one of them places? I think they're on a full size track as well, where they all run to the bikes and a few people come off when they're setting off. Anyway, so this rolling start thing, I think it were exciting.
Yeah, it were.
I mean, you look at, obviously we've been there.
They came round and it were a train all the way around. How many people were there? There were
60 odd, weren't there?
60 riders. So you can imagine the full track. It were wheel to wheel, and it were
It was exciting to watch, man. I really enjoyed it. I genuinely, really enjoyed it.
Really
and they did.
good.
Can you remember when they did the full course yellow?
Yeah.
So they slowed everybody down, so it was like behind a safety car, but not.
Yeah.
So everybody slowed down. Everybody
to
bunched up,
5 mile. Yeah.
bunched back up together. So I believe a bike were getting recovered there, or there might have been some on track.
Yeah, they were. There were a bike getting recovered on the trailer that you had to go on a ride on.
So a bike getting recovered, and they maybe being a bit of oil down or a bit of petrol down. So while they going round slow like that, they could probably run on, do a bit of get some sand down and sweep it up. As they're coming round slow. It's a 1 minute odd lap, that probably under yellow flag. It might be 2 minutes lap. So they go round slow. Yeah, really, really good to watch. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we didn't stop for the end because it would have ended at 7 o'clock. And we probably watched 2 hours of it.
Yeah.
Again, not celebrating, but we stayed there with Arnie and Tyler and whatever not. So yeah, absolutely, really good day.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Real good.
Enjoyed it. To say we've been there as well, just literally 7 days before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good, weren't it?
We're nice to go there and not having to race. You could.
Good to go and support Arnie.
Yeah.
Good to go and support Tyler. Nice to see them. Good just to go and watch racing like that, because we haven't been anywhere this year to actually watch any racing. Obviously, we've got a few BSB Bemsey rounds coming up this year in his calendar, but that were the first racing that we've been to watch, not on a weekend where Hudson's been racing.
But at a track.
Just relaxing. Hudson's not walking around with his levers on, hanging around his waist. So that concludes the Freetech Endurance Championship round 1 held at Teesside, coinciding with the debut of the Freetech Junior Talent Cup.
Yeah.
What do you think of that then?
Well, good, very good. Carnage weekend.
I wouldn't say carnage. Don't say carnage. It weren't carnage.
What, the endurance race?
No, I didn't see no carnage.
I did.
You looked across the track.
Mum did. She watched through her fingers
Yeah, Mum's don't ever ask Hudson to want to do this, or Hudson don't ever watch do this.
Doing that.
Well, but the Freetech Junior Cup.
Anyway, yeah. Overall, the weekend were amazing. I wouldn't say it were nice because there were lots of people there. It were absolutely ram-packed. Went into the overflow car park. It's good
to see that many people there, though, isn't it?
Good to see a lot of people there and taking part.
So yeah, really good. And watching the Freetech Talent Cup, that was fantastic. I mean, like I said, that Hudson Kenner, they had a microphone, they had a grid girl there. They had champagne celebration as well. Don't forget that bit.
champagne.
Really, really cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Looking forward, and I think like the next round is at Wilton Mill. I think we'll go down to that one. That's actually closer.
Yeah. I can't imagine endurance race there. Are they doing one there?
Yeah, they do different length ones. So I've seen them do 24 hours.
24 hours.
I think.
One.
Anyway, so we'll fast forward from that. So that was the Freetech Endurance. So we'll move in, and we'll still need to keep this up there. So now we're going to roll on to, coincidentally, so we come home and we watch the MotoGP qualifying and the MotoGP sprint. So we'll go on to the next part of the thing, which is covering the MotoGP weekend, which was held at the Circuit de Americas, or Circuit of the Americas, Qatar.
Yeah.
Qatar. I think it's called Qatar or Qatar.
I don't know.
In Texas.
Texas.
In America. So talk about qualifying. That's what we need to do.
Qualifying grid.
So we'll pull up the qualifying grid. That's what we need to do. So let's work on what we're doing. So in qualifying, Q1, I believe I had on in the car as we were driving home.
Q2.
Q2, right. Sorry. So Bagnaia got pole. Alex Rins was second. Luca Marini was third. Alex Marquez was fourth. Marco Bezzecchi was fifth. Alicia Spargaro sixth. Fabio Quartararo in seventh, which is a decent. That's decent for Quartararo, I think.
Qualifying for him.
Maverick Vinales in eighth. Johan Zarco in ninth, and Jack Thriller Miller in 10th, which I believe is his best qualifying for a couple of rounds.
Yeah.
Martin got pushed. I think he come off, didn't he, Martin? I can remember that. So he had a bit of a mare qualifying there. I'm sure he come off in Q2. So that is the qualifying grid, which set up for a Saturday night
sprint race.
Takeaway sprint race.
We're going to get demonetised for that.
The Saturday night sprint race was good. So it started about 9 o'clock, was it?
Yeah, it was quite late, to be honest.
We enjoyed watching that. We
enjoyed watching it,
yeah. So we'll roll through the there's little notes that we've got there. So Rins started really well. Gets into the lead while Bagnaia sits in second as Marina runs deep on corner one. So Marina started on the front row. I think he had a bit of a bad start, tried to make it back on corner one, messed up big time, run massively deep. I think he ended up in like 7th or 8th. Bagnaia immediately takes first back from Rins a couple of corners later, followed by Espargaro, Quartararo and Marco on lap 1. Bagnaia takes Rins easy with the Ducati power, like toward, I don't know if it's on the back straight of the track. This is all on lap 1, this.
All on lap 1, it was carnage.
Rins runs wide on lap 2, touches with Quartararo, trying to make sure he's got second still.
Yeah.
Quartararo sits in third, comes under pressure from Jorge Martin.
And Quartararo.
Well, yeah, Martin just blitzed past him.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh god, that must have been so destroying.
Must have been so destroying. Like literally came up behind him. And
turbo
just
button. I think wings come out with a Ducati, or they went in.
Wings went in and it just like took off.
DRS, it looked like. It looked like DRS on a motorbike.
Like
Hudson actually asked, saying, "Oh, they've got have they got DRS or have they got a turbo button?" Because he said it on the commentary. I'm like, no, but it looks like it.
Yeah.
So Martin flies past Quartararo, and then I think Quartararo stays behind him. I don't know if it's like 1 lap or maybe even half a lap. Quartararo probably trying to tow on. I wouldn't even say tow on. Just trying to probably stay with Martin a little bit.
Stick with him on that
front
powered bike.
Trying to brake too late. Front goes.
Tucks front. And
Quartararo in a mint position as well. Like in 4th, he should have just been happy with that. Well, 4th would have been good.
He can't really. He can't just be happy.
Yeah, he's always going to try and fight.
He's pushing on that bike.
So Rins takes back second from Espargaro. Espargaro runs wide. Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah, Espargaro runs wide, and then
chases Martin for the rest of the sprint.
Yeah.
And he tries to. I think he runs deep, doesn't he? He runs deep trying to take Martin, but we're never going to make that pass hold. On the last lap. So excited. So all this is happening like Bagnaia just bombed away in front, really.
Yeah.
All this battling behind. So in first position was Bagnaia. In second position was
Alex Rins, and then in third position was Jorge Martin.
So yeah, highlights on that is Espargaro. Espargaro come fourth, Brad Binder fifth, Bezzecchi and Marina, and again like Marina and Bezzecchi.
Seems like Marini and Bezzecchi like always like stopping together, like in that
tag team.
Like
VR46 tag. Well, they should be stopping together because Marina on the front row. He just had a shocking start.
Yeah.
Miller come ninth. Not too bad.
Not too bad for Miller.
So yeah, that rounds out the top. You only get points up until ninth. You get 1 point in ninth in the sprint.
Jack got one.
So we'll go into the sprint race. So then we go on to Sunday night, 9 o'clock. I think you're on at 9.
It was something like
8?
that.
No,
again.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Yeah, because we've been out on the bikes all day, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we come back, got showered, and
we had a quick shower and then
went
went downstairs,
race.
got beanbags out.
Yeah, so
got notepads out.
In the MotoGP race, Bagnaia gets a good start with Rins and Martin. On turn 3, Martin takes out Alex Marquez and he gets dragged along like quite far into like tyre. Well, not into tyre wall, but all the way across the tarmac. Like drags with bike.
Got squished between them, didn't he?
Yeah, like I don't know if it's his own bike or Martin's bike, but
well,
Martin.
Both of them,
yeah, like Martin like loses front and actually wipes out Alex Marquez, which is unfortunate. Lucky incident really, because like they slid for ages. If they did hit the wall at a speed, I mean it was a long run off, and they come to a gradual stop, but Marquez is like with the bike. Sorry, Rins had a look at Bagnaia, putting him under pressure. Bagnaia took. Oh yeah, so yeah, Rins has a look at Bagnaia, puts him under a little bit of pressure. I think this is like 5 laps in. I think 3 laps in. So Rins is like sniffing around Bagnaia. I wouldn't say he's got him under tremendous pressure.
Yeah,
he has a couple of looks.
It were just looking. I think Bagnaia were just under pressure.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then Bagnaia tucks the front, and Rins
takes the front on a really. Bear in mind, this is a really like high speed corner.
Yeah, fast corner.
He
so
goes sliding for a really.
I wouldn't say at that exact point that like Rins is actually bang behind him, but he's there.
Yeah.
So Bagnaia makes a mistake, or again, we'll touch on this a little bit. Like the track was meant to be mega bumpy, so that didn't help. We can't put down how many riders come off in this because there's nine riders did not finish on this bumpy track, which is crazy.
Nearly every
it was
2
crazy.
laps.
Doot, 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 doot.
Yeah,
when it makes that noise.
Beep, 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 beep.
Makes that noise, doesn't it? Oh no, who's crashed?
Oh,
my dream team! No.
But yeah. My dream team were like.
Oh god, it's been good when
Bagnaia came off, and then I had Jorge Martin come off. I was like, no.
Yeah, you had a disaster one. So Luca Marina, kind of like started to pressure Quartararo. So again, like Quartararo, a good start. He was in third at this point. I think he was in third.
Yeah.
Second. Sorry, we're in second. Yeah. So Luca Marini passes Quartararo again with ease. Another example. Yeah. Different Ducati this time, different colour. Blitz past him, DRS button, and he tried to push on. So Marina sat in second, tried to push on for Rins. I think he went down to 1.8 seconds. I don't know if Rins had a bad lap, so it went down to 1.8 seconds. I thought, I hope it's on here because I've actually got Marina in my dream team. So I'm like, come on, Marina. Again, he was pushing for his first podium as well, Marina, but Rins pulled pin a little bit. And then if you can remember, his team boss like come up pit wall like on the last lap, like slow. Anyway, he pushed the lead out to 2.8 seconds on the final lap. So over the line, it was Rins in first position, Luca Marina in second position with his first podium, and Quartararo
in
third.
So that was a surprise from his first.
So again, like if Quartararo would have just. I don't know what to say. Like, just being happy with like a fifth or something on that sprint race and just et it.
Well, yeah.
at that Ducati DRS and just not try chasing it?
I just think.
Well, he's a racer in it, so.
I don't think it was the fact that he was pushing. I think it was just Quartararo's constantly on the limit on that.
Yeah,
Yamaha.
They did say that, like he's trying to outbrake, ride
Yeah.
beyond the capability of the bike, trying to stay with these top riders.
There's a stat that they pulled up. He was losing like nine, I think, feet on the acceleration zones, and then gaining that on every corner.
Yeah.
So he's like
So I
constantly
feel a little bit sorry for like Quartararo, but
trying to brake as late as he can, which explains why he took this.
yeah, and this like track, like I say, like 9 riders come on off, it's absolutely crazy.
Like
So
flies,
we'll go through. We'll have a little look there. So go to the race. So no, it's not going to actually show you DNFs there, is it? Is it going to show him? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you could see it, but you can't.
No, you can't see it. That's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Why is it not telling how many laps we've done? Anyway, so that wraps up that. We'll roll into the Dream Team. So from that, and it's making it exciting watching having the Dream Team as well, isn't it? So in the Dream Team, we've got 50. I think we've got 53 members in this Dream Team. Oh, look at that! You can see how many people use these things here.
Wow.
Anyway, so in first position is Jojo Laba from RUE. I need to look up where that's from. On 466 points. In second position is CR91 with 423.25 points, let's say. Bob the Milk, who is Bristol MotoGP guy, he's on 423, so he's doing well. In the mix. Well. This guy's flying. Fourth position, Centura Racing from the Netherlands, 416.5 points. In fifth position, Vladar GP team from Serbia, 415 points.
You're in sixth.
I'm in sixth position. Yes.
How have you got in sixth?
I'm flying. No boost. In sixth position with 404 points. I'm still quite away. I've just got in front of John Rambo. He's on 404.5.
Tell you what, I'm doing terrible here.
He's used nothing as well. Just to go down the list a little bit, who else have we got?
Bear in mind
they're out of order here, but I will read a few as I'm scrolling down here. We know. So we've got Mum Newton Racing in 52nd position. We've got Boss Lady, which is Mum. She's in 27th position. We've got
Bob the Milk.
Well, he's in 30. Yeah, he's in. You're in 34th position in the main league. Who else we got? Alana's in 30. Your sister's in 30th position, and you're in 34th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say that again. Your sister's in 13th position, and you're in 34th position, and she's picked a team
of colours.
On colours and names that she knows. Who else have we got?
I guess purple.
El Loco Racing in 41st position. Chloe Jones is there. She's in 46th position. Desmo Carr,
which is Arnie
Carr's dad, Mike Carr. He's in 45th position. Where's Steve? Tim's Titans, he from Bristol MotoGP. Jack Newton in 53rd position. You can't see Steve's there. So on the website, and I don't know why this is, it's not displaying 10th down properly. So some players are actually missing.
52 to 7th to 27th.
Steve's in there anyway. I know that. In fact, if I pull up this second list, you can see the outer R riders. You're in second to last with 341 points. El Loco. Steve's not doing 275 points. Steve, so he's not doing bad. Steve would be in like top 15, I bet, isn't he?
Yeah.
I've actually done a post on his Hudson socials, actually showing you what position you are in the main one. So, been really fantastic doing that again. Swapping teams about.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. So,
really good.
On that bombshell, make sure you're liking and subscribing if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to this podcast, don't forget to leave a review and subscribe. I presume that you already are. Leave us a review, give us a thumbs up if you can. Follow Hudson's socials by searching for HKC217 on any platform, and you'll pop right up. You're available on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook,
Instagram and
Snapchat.
Snapchat, and also what's the other one?
TikTok. Yeah, forgot about that one. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. So that's another episode in the bag, and we'll see you on the next episode. Hope you enjoyed that one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
See ya.
See you on the next pod.